Hi Visa, this is Achim. I'm probably butchering your name, I apologize. But Reddy forwarded me your video and I watched it and a lot of things resonated. So I thought I reply you in kind with a video and just point out a few things that, or add a few things to the points you were mentioning. It seems like you're on the road that I'm also very interested in. I call it the road, the journey of a knowledge entrepreneur. Some people call it just digital entrepreneur or solopreneur or creative, digital creative and so on. So the thing is just somebody, I call it an expert who creates for an audience earning an income, right? So a lot of things come with that decision. And you point out a few things. So, well, first of all, I love how you opened this video with this personal note, just talking with your wife or girlfriend, and it's so natural. I totally know this feeling of how it feels to not want to go on video or really try to get everything right. Also, right now, right, I was struggling. Well, do I change something? Where do I sit and stuff? I have actually this little animal here. It's from Wait But Why. Maybe you read an article there, which reminds me that we are all afraid of going on camera, and it's unwarranted fear. Yeah, you talked about making less money than other people think, right? And about this flexible component. Also that when you're working in a job, then other people decide what you earn. And by the way, they are, of course, since it's an organization, a lot of part of the value that you create are taken away from you because they are needed to support the organization. And unfortunately, also a lot goes to investors that have maybe not so much in the value process, but they kind of earn or own the company because they provided this initial investment. So a lot of value is actually taken away, and that also justifies maybe some of the rates that people get from working in a job. On the other hand, asking for money, you describe it as well, can be a little bit problematic, right? Like what is it worth? What is your value worth? And the value that you create. I always distinguish between earning and selling, right? Selling, you try to give a taste of, you kind of give a promise of what your services will be valuable, what they will be worth for other people, and then they pay you up front, and then you provide the value. The other way would be to earn, right? To provide the value up front, maybe with a blog or a podcast and so on, and then earn part of that in return. So when you talked about Twitter consulting, like how you used or had a rate of 100 maybe dollar in the past, and now it's 300. I mean, for me personally, I came to the conclusion that, when you do consulting, it's really the value is created on the other side, right? And there are people for whom you are worth $300, maybe even $500, maybe even $1,000. It's not up to you to decide what value you are going to create. It's maybe part of an offer that you are doing, right? If you say, well, at the moment, at this point in life, I can earn 300. I can create enough value so that I want to find the people that provide $300 per hour. That's totally justified. I mean, the world is so huge, and you can just go and find your audience, especially if you already have a big audience. So you probably see it the same way. You should never be afraid to earn, to create that value and then earn from it. Companies are doing it all the time. The rates are much higher, and the value, again, is not created on your side, it's created on the other side. And there are people with tons of money with huge needs, for example, in Twitter consulting space or in all different kinds of spaces, also mental health and just happiness in general. And they are happy to provide, to trade basically money towards the value that you're going to create. So yeah, and the struggle to ask for money is, we all share that, right? And so I think it's something we should talk more about. I love these I think it was a designer, a photographer, Jarvis, right? This guy from Creative Life, who said, like, in a podcast, he described how afraid he was to kind of put a name on his first job, or an amount of a value amount on his first job, and he decided to go much higher than he expected. It was for a company already, right? Or for a big company. And this was an important exercise, because since he asked for a lot of money, he started this virtual circle that only the companies that could afford this money and that wanted also the value were part of his clients. And so there was this virtual circle going up. And I always love to think about the internet actually allows you to do both things. You can provide value at scale for basically for free in a blog, on YouTube, and so on. You can provide that to everyone. And at the same time, you can provide high value services also to individuals that are just a good fit to allow you to make a living, to allow you to have the living standard that you want, and because you can generate the value and ask for part of that value in return. So yeah, it was nice to think about that. I would have just watched the video and then stopped and went, but now I'm trying to get a little bit more active, going out there, make something out of it. Recording videos like you did, like I did, is a great way to do it. And I would I would encourage everyone to do the same. Even if your daughter is now printing in the back of your, here on my printer, and stuff like that happen, it's totally fine. That's life. Hi, Liam.
Sorry.
Okay, so take care. Have a good one. Bye.